Okay. I had to go. I've already taken my drawing, and I took that drawing, and after I took the drawing, I decided to go ahead and start the build of it. Right now, the build is going to be made from foam core. Right, at least part of it. It depends upon what the plastic is that I'm getting to do the rest of the building, which will be the outside of the building. So if you guys remember from the picture, this is really the front. Okay, so it's got the main building here, and then you've got the addition, which actually has two additions on it. It doesn't have a porch on it or anything like that yet. That's going to be easy enough to do. All right, so the back side of the building actually has an old style grain elevator on it because this place has been around for a while. I'll have to go do some research on it to find out what it is. But the thing is the actual back end, the old building on the back end only goes to the old building. And then there is a kind of, the wall is going to be a little bit offset like this. So I had to cut out the new building too. So so to make it easier, because I need to have that top piece, I just cut this building out. So basically I cut this shape out, or I set up this shape 3 times, and then I set up this shape for the tower and cut that out twice. So that's how I got all 3 of them to be basically the same. And then this section I just cut off on that side. Then I was able to take 2 pieces of the foam core board and cut the sides that are going to go this way. So it'll give it some strength that way. And the last thing I have to do is the long walls. So again, since I said I'm going to do 3/4 of this, I've decided that it's going to be around 85 feet or so. So one wall is actually going to be 85 feet long. The other one's going to be short by about 3 feet. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys something about what I am using to make this. And this is exactly what I made my silos out of before too, for my concrete plant. But let me just show you. Okay, for my company a while ago, they sent me over to Japan. And so I was in Japan for a while, and I started looking at some of their hobby shops and their stores and stuff like that. And I noticed one of the things is board that they used. So you can see here that this is poster board, and the little red circle notes that it's 2 millimeters thick. Okay, so there's a couple of things about this poster board I got to tell you about, which is really cool. So this is, let me see if I can get a bigger, wider shot of this. So this is what it comes in. So I have to see if I can find some of this. But let me just tell you something. This is only 2 millimeters thick. All right, whereas most of our foam core board, let me just check this one real quick. Is probably around 1/8 of an inch thick. Okay, so this is a small piece, and you can see it's flexible, but it's still really rigid, and it takes a bit to crack. Okay, so this is the hollow core poster board that you see now that most of the signs are written on and all that kind of stuff, and it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So one of the things that's really neat is how much thinner this is, and how and so when you go to cut this, you can really cut it a lot easier. And the funny thing is, I was noticing that they even have 1/8 inch foam core. And so when you look at it, since this is only 2 millimeters wide, this comes out to be about a 9-inch thick wall. So that's one of the things that I like about working with the smaller stuff, because look at how much more I would have to cut through. Again, this is about the normal size at 1/8 of an inch of our foam core board. So see how much easier it is for me to control this foam core board. So that's why I kind of like it. So if you get a chance, I will look this up and see if I can find it on the web. But here's another thing that was amazing about this. And it's not surprising though. it just normally is. Here's your square. And these are small pieces, and you can see no light. I'm going to turn it. No light. Turn it one more time, with the exception of a little bit of a crunched corner. No light. And in the final corner, no light. So the other thing that's nice about these pieces, they come completely square. So you can start off a project knowing that you've got a square edge and a flat edge to go across, and you can do your lines right from the center of it, so you waste a lot less. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys my progress. I'm going to go ahead and cut my long walls so that I can then at least tape these together and see what this is going to look like. Okay, just doing a little bit more of an upkeep. Heath's in the background. I'm doing this during his Monday live stream and just finishing off the building sides that I have to do, and then I will cut the buildings themselves. So one of the things that I had to do, and I didn't do both sides, it looks like I only got one side done. This particular piece is going in the middle, so it can't be the same as the other two because it's going to be cut short. So that's a real easy fix. I've already cut the short side. It's time to cut the long side so that it fits on the inside. Okay. Don't move that too much. Now the whole plan is once my stuff comes in, I'll just put it on the outsides of these buildings, on the outside of this building, and everything should be fine. Let's take just one little tiny swath through there. I get it. All right, so front, back, and then this will be the middle, which will line up here. That should give me enough to put the side on. This goes back on this side. Cut that. So there you've got a little bit of a divot there, since that's going to be the inside piece. And I've already got the long wall pieces cut. So last thing I get to cut are the two side walls, because that's all I need actually is two side walls. One of them is going to be longer than the other. So unfortunately I have to use an entire new piece of my board, which I've got right over here. I did look for this on Amazon, and I found that they don't really have it on Amazon per se. They do have it in Amazon Japan, the specific stuff, but they do have some other items that are fairly close to this. That comes in 1mm and 2mm, rather than having to do the plastic board. And like I said, sometimes it's kind of nice not to have the plastic board, because those can get expensive. This is just kind of a paper board. Since it's paper, 17.8.4. 17.8.4. We gotta check our ends again. Okay, that should be that. And then I believe I made this the shorter one. Yeah, and that works. The shorter one, 17.8.4. So this is the shorter wall. Again, a couple of times. Make sure my straight edge is straight. Come on. Come on. Mm. Okay. So bad part is trying to cut this. Now the good thing is even if it's a little short on the side, it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up with roofing material and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these other ones out and I'll be back. Okay. So I've got two pieces that are 85 feet. This has actually got an offset. This one has got to be offset so many feet. Right, and then all of these are going to go inside. Oops, this one goes over here. So that'll be an inside. This will be an inside. So that'll make those walls. So it doesn't really matter where, sorry. It actually goes like this. Or this wall will come in. Then this wall will come in. Basically. Nope, sorry. Let's do it the right way. This wall will be attached here. This wall gets attached here. This will then attach to these walls and it will give us that offset for the big section. And then this wall is variable this way, so it'll match up to the outside of this wall. So now what I want to do is figure out how far in I want to cut it so I can get my actual width of what I want to do. Because an inch is kind of too big, because it's got to come in about there, because it doesn't come in very much off of the building when you see the actual sides. So by coming in, I have to figure out how 3 feet is. Okay, so we're going to try that. Okay, first set of walls are up. The insides are glued, the outsides are with tape, so I can still get in there and make measurements. So remember, this side is all going to be one length, and then this side will be another length. So, because this side actually comes in a little bit farther. Because this will be the front will be basically over here. And that is offset. There you go. And I actually found out I put the walls on the wrong side. But that's the good thing about mock-ups. You mock it up, and if you mess it up, you have the chance to just do it again without having to worry about it. Okay. Bad model railroader. That's okay. We fix it. Oh. There we go. That's better. And this goes over here. There we go. That's right. Much better. There we go. That's the right way to do it now. Okay. Good.